Welcome to the Dragon's Den. I'm Josh Davis, the new marketing specialist, and to my left here is the owner, Robert Graves. Hey, Robert.
Hello.
So, what we're going to do today is we're just going to talk a little bit about a normal week at the Den.
Sounds good.
Tell us a little bit about it.
So I think we should start with Tuesday. It's the first day of the week, and it's the best day of the week that starts with Tuesday. We open at 11. We open at 11 most days. Closing at 10. We do have a couple of specialized events. So Magic the Gathering, we do a standard event at 6 p.m.
My personal favorite.
Yeah.
Magic.
Josh usually plays in those. Magic is a good game. It's the game that got me into my nerddom. And then at 6:30 we do a Yu-Gi-Oh event. So that starts at 6:30. It is also free. That's actually recently returning. We had that gone for a long time. Yu-Gi-Oh wasn't quite as big. There was a thing. But the game's back. Everything's good. They fixed a lot of the problems we had with it. So...
It's time to duel.
You know, as Magic players, we hear people give Yu-Gi-Oh players a hard time a lot. I don't know why. It's just a lesser game. They're wrong. Yu-Gi-Oh is a great game. Because of the they name stuff, the whole dragon thing.
Oh, sure.
It seems like a kid's game, but it's every bit as good as Magic.
I think a lot of that stigma has to do with the TV show. Because, like, personally, growing up, I saw it on TV, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cheesy. And then I found out it was an actual card game. I was just like, yeah, no, that's not for me.
Yeah, I mean, the show and the game are fairly different, but... All right. So, we can move on to Wednesday. That's the day you work, right?
Yeah, so I work every Wednesday, 6 to 10. Make sure and come and see me. We do have a draft on Wednesdays. At 6 p.m. It's $12. It's one pack per player in the prize pool, so the more people that show up, the more prize pool we're going to have, and the more payout we'll be able to give.
Sweet, yeah. We have a couple other things going on, too. Cardbait Vanguard is a game that's been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of Yu-Gi-Oh, where in Yu-Gi-Oh, the show, they cheat constantly. Where in Vanguard, the actual show is about the social interactions of the players to play the legitimate game. You watch that show, you know how to play that game.
Oh, fun.
It's really good. Well, I do want to clarify, so the Wednesday stuff for now, what we're doing is G format. So Vanguard's in a really weird place. Cool. They're revamping their whole game, so they're going to come out with a new version that with updated rules and everything, but it's going to be more like Magic where it has a standard format.
Okay.
But then G format is what we're playing now. Is more like modern. So you can play the new cards, and you can play the older cards, but not the really old cards like Legacy.
Okay.
And then after the new stuff's been out for a while, we'll switch to standard.
Nice.
So, we do D&D too. So you see, this doesn't extend to Pathfinder because Pathfinder night's Friday, but the D&D, if you're a DM and you play 5th edition here, DMs work real hard to make events go.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And they're kind enough to say, hey, we have this new player. Can you accommodate them? And they're usually pretty good, as long as they don't have like 12 players or anything.
Yeah, there you go. So Thursday is modern for Magic. So come out on Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's $5 to enter. Prizes are based on attendance. Again, bring your friends. Come on out, have a good time, and
The more the merrier.
Yeah, the more the merrier. Again, the more people that show up, the more prizes we can give out.
So we at 6:30. It's kind of a soft time. The South Dakota Chess Association, the Sioux Falls branch. We have the vice president that comes every single week. He shows up. We play chess.
Wow.
They're pretty good, but they're not like grandmasters. They're not. You're not wasting your time to come try to play them. They're good players, but you're gonna have fun. If you like chess, you don't have to be the best player to come play.
Nice.
No one's gonna yell at you for not knowing what en passant is. We do
did know that.
we do still do Yu-Gi-Oh on Thursdays. It's the same thing as the Tuesday stuff. It's just kind of fairly low key. Just kind of having a tournament. Thursday's the night where people really show up. Tuesdays is kind of a people hanging out, low key, hang out type of thing.
So yeah, come out on Thursday. Again with Yu-Gi-Oh, it's prizes based on attendance. So more people that show up, the more prizes we can give out.
Yeah, we don't give a whole lot out because it's a free event.
Sure.
But we do give out stuff for all of our free events. Sometimes it's a couple sodas. If we get enough players, people will give out a drink card.
There you go.
Who doesn't like a dozen free sodas?
I do.
But I asked who doesn't.
Oh. I'm not one of those.
So, Friday is the first day of the week that we have a change in the hours that we're open. We actually stay open till midnight on Fridays because Magic is crazy.
Magic is very crazy on Fridays. Yeah, so we have 3 different events on Friday for Magic. We've got Modern, Standard, and Commander. All at different times, though we may be changing those times in the near future. We're not 100% sure yet.
Yeah, we'll post it all on the website or on the... we'll update this with annotations or something.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, yeah, bring your friends. You can play any format that we have here, Modern, Standard, Commander. I'm actually going to be working on Fridays, so you'll see me as a judge walking out on the floor, learning more about being a judge. We also have D&D.
Yeah, so Pathfinder isn't technically D&D. Pathfinder is another paper RPG that's based on D&D 3.5.
Uh-huh.
So when Wizards of the Coast, they're the makers of Magic as well. Well, when they decided to go to 4th edition for D&D, they sold off the rights. I lovingly call it D&D 3.75. I have been yelled at for that. It's apparently inaccurate, but it gets the point across. So if you liked 3rd edition, the revised 3rd edition that most people played, Pathfinder's a lot like that. You'll get a lot of the same feel goods from it. It's really good. And the Pathfinder Society they always have enough DMs. So if you want to show up for 1 week, sweet. Every week is a new adventure for them. So you don't have to show up every single week.
Yeah.
You can just I feel like playing tonight.
Nice.
They're ready for up to 3 tables. I'm not ready for 3 tables, but we can make it work. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. So Friday's not just for Magic. So if you want to come out, learn how to play Pathfinder, we've got great guys out there that can definitely help you out.
It's not a scheduled event, but we do. Fridays have all kinds of stuff. Like Yu-Gi-Oh players still show up on Friday.
There you go.
Warhammer players show up on Fridays. Their new table just got put up. I haven't finished the second half of it, but it's usable for small games.
Very nice.
So they can do 2 games at once.
Yeah, so Friday's the day for everybody. So come on out and have a good time.
So moving on down the week, we actually have the weekend finally.
Yay.
So Saturdays has a lot of things on there, but unlike the rest of the week, we don't start events at 6 p.m. People can come in earlier. They not really chronological order here, so we're going to start over it. So Warhammer is when we encourage players to show up on Saturdays. It's kind of you get more people available on Saturdays. But it's more for pickup games, hang out, paint. We got a lot of people that just come in and hang out and paint a lot.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. But then Pokemon's a game that people definitely see as a kid's game.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's a I'm not 12 years old, I don't want to play Pokemon, but there comes an age, we get around 25-ish, people start going, yeah, I don't care what you think, I'm gonna play Pokemon, it's a great game. I like, heck, I'm 33, I played Pokemon Go just a year ago. I've played all that. I have Sun and Moon, I have 2 different Sun and Moon games. The actual video game is pretty solid. The card game's just the same thing, but with a sweet card game attached.
Wow. Yeah, I definitely went through the Pokemon Go phase myself. It looks like another Yu-Gi-Oh tournament.
Yes, we have almost as many Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments as Magic tournaments.
Wow.
So this one's $5. You do get stuff for on sign up, and there are prizes. So you do get something immediately when you sign up. So you're never gonna go, I paid $5 to lose 3 rounds, or however many rounds it ends up being. You always get something. It depends on what set just came out. But yeah, it's a good game. They have an interesting market. If you're coming from a Magic world, it's got an interesting marketing approach. But they've been around for almost as long as Magic, so they know what they're doing to some extent.
Wow, I thought
Hideo Kojima.
I thought they've been around since ancient Egypt.
All right, fair. So HeroClix is a game that I'm sure everybody's heard about. Not everybody, but it's a good game. There's Marvel HeroClix, there's DC HeroClix, there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles HeroClix.
Wow.
So you ever wanted to see Thanos fight Leonardo?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that there's a point value that you could get the 4 turtles, maybe plus Splinter, and fight Thanos and have it be a fair fight.
Wow.
I mean, that doesn't make any sense, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's fantasy. It caters to all the different levels of planes.
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
So if you like the lore of Smash Brothers, you like HeroClix.
There you go. Yeah.
But the game's good. Randy's a great guy. Pat's a good guy. They kind of help run the show for us for that. Like Warhammer is run by Beowulf. HeroClix is run by Pat and Randy. Carpet Vanguard, the community runs itself.
Sure.
They're great. Dragon Ball Super is kind of like that. They run themselves.
Yeah, I tried to get into that and fell off real quick.
It's a really good game. There was a long gap between the first and second set, so a lot of people were like, "Yeah, let's play," and then they got bored because the second set wasn't out yet.
Yep.
But now that there's 4 sets out, we're getting close to 5 now. It's actually that problem's gone.
Oh, okay.
They actually play Wednesdays. We couldn't get them in on the slide for reasons, and it's my fault. But yeah, so we do actually have a couple days left of the week. Sunday's the fun, quiet day, or at least it used to be.
Yeah.
Now there's just tons of things. So we open at 1. So the hours on Sunday are weird. So 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. If you aren't religious, you get to sleep in. If you are religious, you get to have church and not feel like you're missing anything.
Nice.
But yeah, so we do at 1 o'clock right away. We encourage people to show up for Warhammer. It is it's more organized than the Saturday stuff. Beowulf has things planned every week. He posts this stuff on Facebook. The whole community is very, very talkative on Facebook. They're a really interesting community because they talk so much and they're such a big group of friends. But sometimes they have tournaments. Sometimes they have like Shadespire tournaments. Sometimes they have just hang out and paint. Sometimes it's swaps.
Wow.
Because Warhammer is one of those games where it has a high barrier of entry, where it's a little expensive to get into at first, but once you're in, you can kind of just like, oh, I want to try that army. Let's just trade.
Sure.
I mean, it's not quite that simple, but it's easier to get into a new. I want to change decks. That's not so easy in Magic.
Yeah.
But also right away when we open, we actually have the Psalm 14 Plus. Psalm is the Society of Anime Loving Minds. Basically, we watch anime and hang out. So the normal club is 18 plus. You have to be 18. But the Sunday's event is actually a little more low key. You watch things like Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, nice.
We watch a lot of stuff. So if you want to come check that out, the 14 plus is soft. You don't have to be 14 to come. It's just kind of so you know what to expect. L5R, Legend of the Five Rings, is a game that it went under a long time ago, a couple of years ago, and then Fantasy Flight bought it.
Oh, okay.
And they picked it up and decided it's not a collectible card game anymore. Now it's a living card game. If you don't know the difference, a collectible card game is something that you buy a pack and it's got random insides. A living card game is trademarked by Fantasy Flight, and whenever you buy a pack, it has every card in that set in a set quantity. There's no randomization. It's exactly the same every time.
Okay.
There's ups and downs of that, so the excitement of opening a pack is gone. You know what you're getting. But at the same time, you don't have to, like, oh, how many packs do I need to buy?
Oh, sure.
You can just be like, I bought it, I'm done.
Yeah.
L5R has, like, a series of win conditions that are unlike others. If you've tried Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic or Force of Will or Cardfight Vanguard and you thought, this is a good game, but it doesn't challenge me, yeah, L5R is for you.
Wow.
It feels like a miniatures game in card form.
Interesting.
Yeah, and you have 2 decks at once. I like it. The community gets together on Sundays, usually around 3 o'clock. They kind of talk amongst themselves and figure out when they're going to show up. So I recommend going on to the website, d10gaming.com, jump over to the L5R section. It's RPGs and other. If you click on L5R, it'll take you to their dedicated Facebook page. And they're talkative. It's a smaller community, but it's definitely more intensive than any other game I've played.
Right.
And then, so we do Sunday drafts as well. This is really new. I think you added it to this slide is the first time we're announcing it, right?
Yep. Absolutely, yeah.
The Wednesday ones don't always fire. So we're trying this out. $12 is fairly cheap. So if a pack is $3, that means you get 3 packs for signing up, and then you get your 1 pack per player in the prize pool.
Right.
Because 4 packs for $12 is pretty good.
Yep, that's pretty normal.
It's fairly close to like the price you would get if you buy box.
Yeah.
And this way you get to play a game with those. So your commons aren't worthless.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
I think we should jump right into Monday. So Monday's when I get to sleep. Right, if you're wondering how all these 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.s, I work open to close every day. This is when I sleep. It's Mondays. We are closed until 7 p.m. And then after 7 p.m. we have Psalm. We talked about them earlier, the Society of Anime Loving Minds. But yeah, it's just 7 to 10 p.m. we hang out and watch anime.
Wow.
It's a little more structured than that, but not too much. It's kind of just hang out and watch anime.
Yeah, that's amazing. So that's
This is
kind
what
of
we do every week.
the week that we have here at the Den. Now, keep your eye on the Facebook page, on the website. Everything's going to
Twitter?
start. Twitter.
We have Twitter. I don't know if you don't know.
We actually have Google Plus as well.
Do people use Google Plus?
Not really, but there are some niche
It exists.
users.
It's on there. So if you want
Yeah.
to see what's going on, you can check us out on Google Plus.
Yeah, because we do post there as well. So basically, my role is to make sure that all this stuff is updated and that constantly being put out to the community exactly what we're doing. So keep an eye on Facebook, keep an eye on the website. Also, very soon we will be posting links to Google Calendar that you can add to your Google Calendar so that you can always be updated on your phone, on your computer, exactly what's going on at the Den. So there's no question what's going on. You'll always know.
If you're in a real big hurry and you don't want to wait for him to do it, because he doesn't work again for a couple days, you can just go to the website, and it's on the bottom right corner of every calendar. You can hit the plus sign. It'll add it to your calendar.
Right.
So
everything will be updated fully soon, and will continue to be updated. So keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
And make sure you come out and see us, whether it's to join one of the tournaments, to do that. Come and play some board games. We have board games that we let you use.
yeah, we have over 400 games on the shelf, and we have over 100 games in the demo section. So
Yeah, come demo a game. You
Yep.
see something you like on the web, come and check us out. See if
Yeah.
we've got it
we'll have
to
to
demo.
we'll have to post the spreadsheet. We have a spreadsheet of what games we have.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, we'll definitely get
Yeah.
that up on the Facebook page, or probably on both the website and the Facebook page.
all right, well, thanks for tuning in. We will see you on the flip side.
See you.